If you have a family member petition pending with immigration, then this is the video for you. So every month I release this video for the current visa bulletin, okay? I'm Attorney Lee Marvin, and I've been specializing in immigration law for over a decade. My main office is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but I help families from everywhere in the United States, every state, and really any country in the world. So if this is your first time watching my channel, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe. Please click the notification bell so you can be notified of future videos about many different types of immigration matters, not just the visa bulletin, okay? So immigration every month releases this video or this document called a visa bulletin. The visa bulletin tells you where you are in the waiting period for your immigration interview for the green card, okay? So family petitions is what we're talking about. Your family member petitions you for a green card, and depending on the relationship, there's a waiting period, okay? So every month they tell you how close or far you are away from your interview. So here I will put up on the screen this month's visa bulletin numbers. But context is always important, okay? So these things are very difficult to understand. It took me a while to figure out what this was all about, which is why I'm doing this video, so that you have an easier time than I did, okay? So the visa bulletin talks about every kind of visa that will allow you to get a green card. We focus on the family petition processes, okay? So the waiting period for family members with pending petitions for green card, okay? So the government categorizes the relationship and then the country. So let me show you this. This is what it is right now. But I want to explain to you what the different categories are. F1 is the unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizen category. F2 is separated into F2A and F2B. F2A are spouses and children of permanent residents, and we're talking about kids. F2B are unmarried sons and daughters over the age of 21, so adult children, okay? F3 are married sons and daughters of U.S. citizens, because that's the only category where a child can get married and still move forward with the green card process, is if they are children of U.S. citizens. The F4 category is the bottom category, which is brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens, okay? So those are the different family relationships. And then the government changes or categorizes based on specific countries, such as the Philippines, Mexico, India, China, and then they say all chargeability areas. So that's the rest of the planet. The reason for this is because every month there's a dedicated number of visas available for people to get green cards. So every month those green cards get used, like very quickly. So you then have to look at the next visa bulletin to see when you're going to be able to move forward and you're going to get your chance to get your green card, okay? So that's the significance of the categories, and the period of time is, they call it a priority date. So when your petition is approved by the government, they give you the approval, and on there they assign a priority date. That is the date of approval. So the government takes it first in, first out. So somebody is approved for their petition. That date is what you use to look at this chart, okay? So let's go to the chart real quick. The F1 category, and again, I do this every month. Last month, I gave the numbers. This month, virtually nothing has changed. Basically, in the entire visa bulletin, only 3 different areas changed from last month, okay? So the F1 category, right now they're processing requests from January of 2015 for India, China, and the rest of the world. The Philippines, they are processing from March of 2012. Mexico, that's the first improvement since last month. So they're processing May of 2001, and that's an improvement by only 1 month. Okay, we'll take it, but it's not a huge change from last month for Mexicans. Okay. F2A, again, F2A is the spouses and children of permanent residents. So the waiting period for that across the board, and this hasn't changed since last month, is February of 2019. That's not that long of a wait unless you know your history and you realize that there used to not be a wait, okay? So now they're making people from February of 2019 to be able to move forward. Again, people used to not have a wait, but now they do. So the F2B category, again, that's unmarried sons and daughters over the age of 21, okay? So the F2B category, it was the same for every country with the exception of Mexico. And Mexico improved by about 4 months. So it was a pretty good improvement for people in Mexico. So that's very optimistic. We're optimistic for our Mexican friends. So May of 2002 is the current processing time. Again, it's still a long wait, but it was an improvement. So you see on the screen the different period of time for priority dates, okay? F3, once again, is the married sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. So that did not change at all since last month. And you see the priority dates listed here. There's a long wait, okay? It's the second to bottom category, which means there's second to last to receive the available visas. So there is a longer waiting period for this category. A lot of people wonder, wait a minute, I'm the child of a U.S. citizen and my waiting period is 10, 15 years? That doesn't seem right. Doesn't make any sense. Well, you got to understand that all of these visas are all about first in, first out, and based on your category. So you have to wait for the visa to become available, and there's huge amounts of people in this category trying to get green card status for their family members. So it's just a ton of people in this category, so it takes a long time. The longest category is the F4, which is brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens, okay? So you see the dates on the screen. There has been a slight improvement this was pretty good. 4 months for this category. F2B category, there was, I'm sorry. See how easy it is to get confused by this. The F4 category, okay, it was a 1 month. 1 month improvement from last month, okay? So you see the dates there, September of 2000, okay? So it was August of 2000 last month. So a little bit of an increase or improvement, but overall, things are pretty much stagnant with most of the categories. So the waiting periods are still a long time. Again, this video is designed for people to understand how this process works. There's no immediate solutions to people in these categories. We always are available to help people file to get in these categories. So you can either click on the link below to have an appointment or to hire me to do your process for you. Or you can check our growing library of videos about this topic, which is the monthly bulletins, and many, many other topics under immigration law. A lot of very useful things for people that's free. Just check them out. If you have questions for me, again, reach out to me. I would love to help you with your process and answer any questions you have. So just reach out to me if you have any questions. Have a good day.